Today we're going to start with a friend and the book Artist Ted. So, Artist Ted is by Andrea Beaty and Pascal Lemaitre. One morning, Ted woke up, got out of bed, and looked around the room. It looked the same as it did every morning. That's not good, thought Ted. I need an artist to spiff things up around here. Ted looked everywhere, but he couldn't find one. And since Ted couldn't find an artist, like he's looking in the fridge, he became an artist. Every artist needs an imagination. I have one of those, said Artist Ted, and he imagined a monkey juggling stinky socks. Now if I only had a paintbrush. She's a huge help, isn't she? Here. Artist Ted did not have a paintbrush, so he made one. Artist Ted didn't have any paint, so he made some of that too. He looked around at the white walls and he was inspired. Artist Ted painted and painted and painted. His mother was impressed. "What is that?" she said. "It's my masterpiece," he said. "I call it green." "It isn't green," said his mother. "Do we have any pea soup?" asked Artist Ted. "Go to school," said his mother. At school, Artist Ted walked down the long white hallway. He was inspired. Uh-oh, there's the principal, and there's his drawing. He painted and painted and painted. He is a painter. He has a paintbrush. He has a little beret and his smock on. There we go. Principal Bingham was impressed. "What is that?" he asked. "I call it Principal Bingham," said Artist Ted. "I don't look like that," said Principal Bingham, and he turned bright red. "A masterpiece," said Artist Ted. "Go to class." Okay, that's enough. "A masterpiece," said Artist Ted. "Go to class," said Principal Bingham. "What's the name of my other masterpiece?" said Artist Ted. "There's go to class." Principal Bingham was speechless. "No need to thank me," said Artist Ted. "It's all in a day's work for a true artiste." He's an artiste. Artist Ted went to Mr. Johnson's class. There was a new student in class. His name was Pierre, and he was very quiet. Uh-oh. Pierre wore a beautiful white shirt and sat right in front of Artist Ted. Artist Ted was inspired. Okay, you gotta sit down. He painted and painted and painted. Pierre was not impressed. He frowned and did not speak. "A mime," said Artist Ted, and he waved at Pierre. Pierre frowned and even harder and sat down in his seat. At lunch, Artist Ted sat by Pierre. Pierre poked his potatoes with a fork and pushed them into a big pile. "A sculptor," said Artist Ted, and he helped Pierre make a masterpiece. Look at that, he made a sculpture of him. Pierre was not impressed. He frowned again. He stomped his feet and jumped up and down. "A dancer," said Artist Ted, and he danced all around the room. He finished with a gigantic bow. When he stood up, Pierre was gone. "An escape artist," said Artist Ted. "Wow, all these different ways you can be creative." Artist Ted looked everywhere for Pierre. Mrs. Johnson and her class looked for Pierre too. Principal Bingham ran this way and that. No, thank you." "Help," he yelled. "Call the weatherman, call the gardener, call the library, just call somebody." But Artist Ted was already there. He found Pierre high in the tree. Just then the weatherman arrived with the gardener and the librarians. They watched Pierre's teardrops splash on the ground. "At least it's not snowing," said the weatherman. "Oh, he's sad." "Could he water the shrubs too?" asked the gardener. "Hope he doesn't get the books wet," said the librarians. Artist Ted looked around the playground. He saw the white wall of the school building and he was inspired that he needed help. "No, play with your bone." He told Mrs. Johnson and she told her students. They painted and painted and painted. Well, they're all painting. Look at a community art project. Welcome, friend. At last they finished. A work of art, said artist Ted. Just then, someone grabbed his paintbrush. It was Pierre. He looked at the wall and frowned. Pierre painted. Just then, someone grabbed his paintbrush. It was Pierre. He looked at the wall and frowned. Pierre painted and painted and painted. At last, he finished too. Pierre stopped frowning. Welcome, friends. He added everybody. That's what we do when we do community art. Public art in public spaces to celebrate everybody in our community. A masterpiece, said artist Ted. Pierre smiled and waved. You are a true artiste, said artist Ted. Keep the brush. That night, Ted put away his paints and went to bed knowing he had done a good job. There are so many wonderful arts to explore, he thought. How could anyone try them all? Ted did not have a clue. He's looking for clues to the Mona Lisa. But I could get one, he thought, if I had a magnifying glass. Oh, he's gonna look for clues now. Because artist Ted, if you're interested, there's also a Dr. Ted book and a firefighter Ted book. I bet those are really interesting. Oh. Okay. Bella, say bye to everybody. She wants to play, so have a great day and I'll talk to you later. Bye.